Hey y'all, here I'm back with another video, for Manifest season 2, I believe it is episode 10. Again, I hope everybody's doing okay. We're in day 3 of fucking quarantine, but for me it's day like 5 or 6 because I really haven't been outside since like Friday. I'm going a little bit insane, just a tad bit. I'm normally a homebody, but the thing is, I literally just started working out consistently like 2 weeks ago, so it fucked up my vibe. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Yes, I know that I could work out in the house, but I have a dog, so anytime I do a jumping jack, here he come. Anytime I do a push-up, here he go. But anyway, forget all of that. Anyway, I hope everybody is staying safe and everything like that. Let's get to the episode. So, to be quite honest, it wasn't a lot happened this episode, but a lot didn't happen this episode. Like, a lot happened, but I'm gonna be able to go through it real fast because it's a very easy storyline to talk about. Okay, so let me see how we start off. We started off with, I don't even remember exactly how it opened, but whatever. We're gonna do Grace and them first. So Grace, she's in the kitchen talking, blah 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 blah. She turns on the faucet, and that's when the calling kind of starts. Now, mind you, ever since Grace been pregnant with this baby, she been kind of going through it for real. So she kind of gets this calling, and she looks up, and she's like standing in front of a river, and she looks across, and she sees like this tower, and she hears somebody saying, "Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me." Sorry about that. Yeah, so anyway, so she hears a calling and she hears a man saying like, help me, help me, help me, help me. So she can't really place it. So she turns, of course, tells, Ben what's going on. And he's like, okay, well, we don't really need to go anywhere. And she's like, no, we need to figure out what this is. So they end up heading out or whatever. When they get out to where they need to, which is pretty much like, I think it was the Harlem River is where they were. They're like standing there trying to figure out what's going on. And then they see Adrian. So Adrian pretty much says that he had, seen this or whatever, and, he heard somebody calling him. Now, pay attention. When Ben was talking to Adrian off top and Grace was like walking down, she kind of like fell a little bit and kind of stumbled upon the rocks, which I really didn't even pay attention to at all. So I'm glad that they kind of put that in there. But anyway, she kind of stumbled a little bit. But then they came over, they talked to him, and, they were just talking about like the callings and what each person thought. Adrian still doesn't really think that the callings are good. Ben does. Then all of a sudden, Grace's water breaks. So they head the fuck out. They go to the hospital. The kids at this point in time, they're kind of walking around and just bonding with each other, talking about what they're going to tell the new baby when the baby gets here and how they're going to explain their very, very weird dynamic family. So they get to the hospital, and so the doctor is pretty much saying that the way that the placenta is like so far up, pretty much that it's going to be one or the other. It's either going to be Grace or it's going to be the baby. Like, he can't save both because the doctor himself doesn't have the expertise, and they were on the line with different people, but they couldn't really get in contact with anybody. So, him and Grace kind of talk about it, and Grace pretty much says, if anything, save the baby. Women like Grace and mothers like that, like, I just tip my hat. That's why women are so amazing, because I know for a fact that there are so many women who have made that decision to say, not me, take my baby, I done lived, please just save the baby. And that takes a whole different type of thing. That is a mother. That's a whole mama and a half. Okay, so if anything, Grace, that made me like you, even though I figured that you would do that because you are a good mom. Grace is annoying, but she is a good mom. So yeah, so, of course, Ben is like, girl, I don't know, but he's like, all right, fine. So let's put that on hold for a second, okay? When Grace and Ben leave, mind you, Adrian is still at the river. So he's kind of walking around just trying to figure out what's going on because he still keeps hearing it. Eventually, he hears, help me, help me, help me, and he turns around and he sees there's a man who had fell out of his kayak. So he goes to save him, bring him out the water, take him to the hospital and everything like that. Now, when they're leaving the hospital, a black woman comes up and says, oh, I've been looking for you. Now, originally, I thought she's talking about Adrian, and I'm like, well, what the fuck is she looking for him for? Switch back over to the hospital with Grace and them. He pretty much, he gets to the point, the kids come in, and, he sees them with them, and it pretty much just hits him like, because Grace pretty much said, like, we have to do this for the kids. Like, we got to take care of the kids. And in his head, if we lose you, the kids will be a fucking mess. So guess what? He went to the doctor, said, nope, forget the surgery. I know I told y'all to just do it because he told him to just do surgery. Nope, forget it. Give her a blood transfusion. I know it's going to happen to the baby, but I cannot lose her. And was it selfish to a degree? Yes, but I don't think, like, for instance, if I'm Grace and I woke up and he made that decision, like, let's just say, like, I lost the baby, I really couldn't be mad at him, because although that's what I want, I don't want my husband and my kids and all of this other stuff to have to suffer. So I personally wouldn't be mad at him for whatever decision he made, because it's a hard decision. But anyway, you know, so he's talking to Grace and, you know, having an emotional moment with her. You know, the baby's heartbeat is steadily dropping, you know, and, you know, he just kind of, you know, says, you know, he hopes everything's going to be okay. Out of nowhere, here come a doctor. We found the doctor. The doctor come through, whisk her out, tell me why. Okay, whatever. They do the surgery, come back, everything's cool now. But the doctor who comes through is the guy that Adrian saves. And Ben says, oh my gosh, you know, we were looking for you, and I'm so glad that you got here. He said, oh, I almost didn't get here, because the man actually saved me. And then Ben kind of, like, put it all together. He put two and two together. He's like, where's the guy that saved you? And he's like, he was in a lobby last time I seen him. Ben goes over and finds Adrian, you know, and it's like he's kind of thanking him for real. Like, if you didn't do that, you know, that he wouldn't be here. And don't you see how it's all connected? Don't you see how it's all connected? And this is Adrian's point of view. And I'm starting to low-key believe him. He said, no. He said, that wasn't no blessing. He said, the callings are manipulating us. They're putting us in messed up situations and then finding a way to fix it so that we can all just follow whatever it is. He said, you didn't see, but Grace fell. That's what, remember when I said she fell in the rocks, and I really didn't, I paid attention to it, but I didn't mind it anything. But when he said, I said, oh, she did fall. She did. It wasn't really hard, but she did fall. And he said, that's what happened. She fell. Okay? And then because of that, all of this transpired. This is not really what you think it is. This ain't no divine intervention. Low-key, this is the devil for real. That's pretty much what Adrian's saying. Like, I used to think that it's a church and stuff, but nah, this is devil type stuff, because it's manipulating us. And, you know, Ben just kind of refuses to believe that. You know, he's like, look, not everything that has happened, there's no way. So, or also, if y'all, okay, if earlier in the episode, and honestly, this has happened a couple episodes ago, when Cal had first came home and he was drawing pictures and stuff of the family, he had drew a picture, right? And there was like a shadowy figure standing behind his mom. Now, at the time, me and I'm pretty sure the rest of y'all thought that that was representing, I can't think of his name, but the boyfriend that she had at the time. That's what I thought it was. Like, but no. Because then Adrian leaves out and he sees the cops, I think, going through his stuff, and he goes through this alleyway. Then you see these three shadowy fucking dark ass figures looking like they're coming from the depths of Satan, coming out of nowhere, and they just kind of like start going after him. I said, oh no. We bind that in the name, and I'm not even being funny, we really bind that type of stuff in the name of Jesus. We don't play that type of stuff around here, okay? So then we do that, and then at the end of the episode, you know, we see Kyle's kind of laying in bed and stuff like that, and the demons pretty much, that's what I think they are. They come and they raising out of nowhere, and they kind of starting to attack him until he cuts on the light. Y'all, what do y'all think that is? What do y'all think that is? I'm serious. I want y'all to get in my comments and tell me y'all theories. What do y'all think that dark figure is? We need all the holy water possible to get rid of that thing. I know that. And then we switch over to what's going on with, oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get these names right. Michaela, Jared, and Zeke, okay? I told y'all. That's all I'm going to say is I fucking told y'all. I told y'all. Okay? He comes. Now, mind you, last thing we seen, he done arrested Michaela, okay? Because he didn't want them to get her. So, she's in the thing, you know, she's in the jail. Zeke comes to come and talk to her, and she's like, I don't really know what's going on. And he's like, you don't need to trust Jared. She's like, but he saved me. I don't know what's going on. So, you know, then I think, was it him and her that both got called? I think him and her both got called in the office by the captain, and, you know, she's pretty much cursing the fuck out in front of everybody because she got to play the role. So then they come on, and pretty much, you know, they're describing to Michaela what they have found, the fact that the one guy, I think his name was Ben. What's his name? I think his name is Ben too. No, the guy that was over at Ben's house was like taking pictures and had all of this stuff. So they was about to run down. So then Jared gets a call or whatever from the girlfriend at the bar saying he needs to hurry up and come to the bar. Comes to the bar, goes into the back. why is it that the bartender's crazy ass fuck brother who needs to be in somebody's mental hospital and 2 other people got Zeke tied the fuck up? I said, how did this happen? How did this happen? So Jared pretty much asked her, how did this happen? And they said that they was waiting for Michaela to come home and that they was going to rock her shit, but instead Zeke came home, so they just rocked his shit. And I'm like, yo, y'all really crazy as fuck. And Jared's thinking the same thing. So of course Jared's playing a role, this is that and third. He calls the brother outside, you know, because if y'all remember, Michaela put the little secret button, the secret recorder, when she had originally went to go talk to the bartender, she put it underneath the bar. So he's so smart, he went out there, talked to him about it, and said, you know, maybe we should get, you know, the top guy in here. And he's like, no, he's not gonna like it. And Jared is just so fine. Oh my gosh, he's so fine and he's so smart. He was dropping little clues like playing their song and just pretty much giving her a layout like, okay, so it's this many people. Oh, so you're packed. Like, he's just a good cop. He's just a good cop. He's a good fucking person. Okay, so, you know, he gets back into the room. They call the top guy. I really think his name is Ben, I think. But the guy Ben comes in. I don't know if that was his wife. But he's like, what are you doing? Like, what the hell is going on? Jared was hoping that the guy would come in and tell him to stop, which he did at first. But then I think maybe that was his wife or girlfriend who was like, nah, we should kill him and then say Michaela did it. Because remember he shot Michaela. And then if we do that, then pretty much that kills all of the sympathy that the A2-8ers are going to have. So the guy's like, okay, cool, let's just do that. So Jared's now like, okay, so we're fucked. Whatever. Things happen. They go outside. The police is there because Michaela and them, they on it now. They here. Come in here. Get the people that's outside. And then, you know, Jared is pretty much about the acting like he's about to shoot Zeke, but he turns around and pulls the gun on, you know, everybody else. Police come in, boom, everybody else is done, boom, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Okay, so he signed to deliver all of these badass motherfuckers, well, bad people. And then, you know, he goes outside, you know, talks to Michaela for a second, talks to Jared for a second. I'm actually talking to Jared, talk to Zeke for a second, you know, and he tells him, you know, thank you and stuff. And yeah, so that's pretty much where we are right now. So far, you know, we're kind of at an okay place as far as, you know, the Jared and the Zeke and the Michaela thing. I don't really know what's gonna happen there, but yeah, y'all let me know about the dark shadowy figures. What do y'all think is gonna happen there? And also, do you think that Michaela and Jared's gonna get back together? Let me know in the comments. I'm out. Bye.